Hello, good morning. It's Saturday morning. I really wanted to just get on here and have a chat with you. I've just washed this sponge because it needed washing. It's still stained, so if you can see the stains, it has been washed, but look at the size of it. It's gone like really, really big. Oh my gosh, but really, really soft. Oh, I love it. So I'm just going to put my makeup on and I'm going to have a little chat with you because I want to talk about mainly YouTube, but also what my plans are for like the future. And I've got a lot up here in my head. I've got a lot planned for the future. Let's have a chat. Ignore my crusty nails. One of my plans for today is to go and get my nails done. These are just what I painted myself and it's all literally coming off, so please ignore that because that's going to get fixed today. So do apologise about my crusty nails. But yeah, I wanted to have a chat about YouTube, how I got started, like what I did, what my intentions were, what I used, and yeah. So I started YouTube probably about 3 years ago. I'm just using a base for my foundation, a base for my skin. It's a primer anyway. So yeah, I started it about 3 years ago, and I started, well actually I started it longer, probably about 4 years ago. Might have been 4 years ago, but I was doing like fitness and things and I was recording myself in the gym. I've deleted all those videos now because they're not relevant to my current channel. But yeah, I started off doing like fitness and day in the life, going to the gym and things like that, but it got no sort of traction. There was no, I had a few subscribers and a few watchers, but not very many at all. And then I kind of like went away from the fitness side of it and then kind of decided to change my channel. So I kind of had to think about what I wanted to do, what I would enjoy, what other people would enjoy, and shopping came to mind. So it then ended up being, I created my channel again around like COVID time. I think it was about 2020, and started talking about who I am, what I'm about, and why I've started my channel and stuff like that. And then it ended up being kind of a sort of shopping channel because I thought when I get Kmart hauls and things, I might as well show on my channel what I've got, and people seem to really enjoy that. Like I remember getting a lot of views on whenever I posted a Kmart haul, and I was like, well, this must be something popular. So that's why, if you're wondering why I do so many Kmart hauls, that's why. So this is just Mecca Maxima Life Proof foundation. I'm going to do my eyebrows first, I just need to fill them in. So yeah, that's why I do a lot of Kmart hauls, because at first I was like getting a lot of views for that, and I thought, well, people must like that, so let's do more of them. But yeah, so it kind of just developed from there, and I've kind of worked my socks off to try and find out what niches people like. I did do a little bit of kind of product testing, like I tested that thing on my lips that made them bigger. I tested like the eyelid strips and things like that. I can do more of that stuff if you guys want to see more of me testing products and things like that, but I kind of stuck to what I know is popular. But my plan is to vary my channel a little bit and do more of the older stuff. What I'm thinking of doing again, because this was a really popular video, trying Kmart false lashes again. The Kmart false lashes video that I did about 2 years ago is so popular. Who's that? Who's that? Somebody walking past the window. It's got 6,000 views, which is the most views I've had on any video, but it has like 1 or 2 views every week, or three or four views every week maybe. and it just keeps gradually going up. It's like this, it's going really, really slowly. It's not like that, it's going like really, really slowly. So I really want to do a part 2 where I try the lashes again, because I've never tried false lashes since. But I want to go back to Kmart and get some more false lashes. But yeah, when I started my channel, I used my phone to video. I didn't have a stand, I didn't have any. I used to balance it on the top of some books in front of me on this thing. I used to sit in front of it and balance the books on there, and just, I don't know, I just kind of made it up as I went along. Well, I still do really. But yeah, I ended up getting a Canon G7X Mark II a couple of years ago and loved it for vlogging, absolutely loved it. I'm now onto a Canon G7X Mark III. You don't need a fancy camera though to do YouTube videos. Literally, you can use your phone. I use my phone to edit. I use my phone to create thumbnails. I use it to edit. I'll show you what I use. So my editing software is called CapCut. So, oh, it's asking me to sign in. So it's called CapCut, and that's what I use to edit my videos. I kind of put all the clips into CapCut and then cut them and edit them, put sound over the top, using that. And I also use Epidemic Sound. I'm subscribed to Epidemic Sound. There's a link in the description of all my videos for Epidemic Sound if you wanted to look at it and use it. I think they give me like money off my subscription if people download it, I think. They gave me a link anyway. And yeah, I pay monthly. It's not very much. I think it's like $13 a month or something, and I'm legally allowed to use any of their music on my channel. So I absolutely love it. It's so good, it's so diverse. They've got so much music on there, like anything you can ever imagine needing for your channel, it's on Epidemic Sound. Oh, what am I doing? So that's what I use for that. I use CapCut to edit. Always on my phone. I've never tried editing on the computer. It overwhelms me a little bit. I don't think editing on the computer is ever going to be my thing, because it's so easy. It's just there. I literally film on the camera, and then I use Canon Connect, an app to connect the oh, where is it? Canon Connect. There it is, that one there. Canon Connect, and you just literally film on the camera and then transfer it through Canon Connect to the phone, and then I put it on CapCut and then edit it from there. I do edit my videos with music over the top, and sometimes with like cuts in between, and I try and make it as aesthetic as I can, because I feel like it's nicer for the viewers when it's a more aesthetic kind of vibe, if you know what I mean. I stopped doing this, but I did used to do an intro, which was like, if I can find it, I'll insert a clip now what my intros used to be like. I've had a few. So that's my intros that I used to have. But then I watched creator advice on YouTube, and they advised not to do that, because apparently people get bored and they don't stick around when they've got something like that. They just want to get into the video basically. And I also used to do like where I used to pan around the house, and I'd have really like, let me know if you want me to do that again. Because of what they said, where like people get bored if you're like going around the house and zooming in on things and making it all aesthetic before the video even starts, people are going to click off. That's what they said. Like, they're not going to enjoy that. But I remember a few comments from people saying, oh, your intro was so vibey, it put me in a really relaxed mood. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. If you guys want that, I'll do that, that's for sure. I'm not going to listen to some creator guru person if my subscribers like it and they're telling me not to do it, but you guys like it, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more of that. So yeah, what equipment I use. So yeah, I've just got a basic Kmart ring light. I'm gonna put this on now. This is so big. It's huge. So yeah, I got a ring light from Kmart. It basically has a bit on it to screw the camera on, and then you just switch the ring light on. I'm not using that today. I've got like just a basic stand that I've got it on today, because the ring light, it starts about up here and I wouldn't have been able to sit on the floor if I was using that. But I'm using the sunlight today. I've got the window, the blinds open, and it's so if you see it going like dark and light, it's because the clouds are moving past the sun. But yeah, that's my equipment I use. And so for thumbnails I use PixArt. So PixArt looks like this. Or wait a minute. That's it there, PixArt. And they're starting to ask for monthly subscriptions now. I've been using it for years for free, which is great, but they're now starting to ask for like you to pay monthly and stuff, and I'm like, maybe not. So I might have to find a new platform to create my thumbnails. What I mean by thumbnail, if you don't know what a thumbnail is, it's the picture that you see when my video pops up. It's the picture with like the writing on it, the description of what the video actually is. So that's called a thumbnail. And there's all sorts of advice out there about what thumbnails need to look like, how they need to kind of appear so that people click on them, click on your video. The better the thumbnail, the more likely people are to click on. It's so complicated, honestly. Like, I never knew YouTube would be so complicated before I kind of started this journey. But it's fun. I love it. It's so frustrating though. It's probably the most frustrating love-hate relationship I've ever had. YouTube. It's like a roller coaster. Like, literally, you'll put a video out and think, oh, that'll do well. I like what I've done there. I really enjoy. And then you'll get hardly anyone watching it or liking it or commenting on it, and you're like, oh. And then you post something really random and people love it, and you're like, what's going on? But I get it. Like, people they're not always around to watch your videos. People are at work. People are busy. They might save it for like a week's time. This is the thing with YouTube, right? If your video doesn't do really well in like the first hour or two, then YouTube don't kind of push it out, so no one else sees it. But if it does really, really well, like it's, in my case, hundreds of views. A lot of people out there get like thousands of views in the first hour. I get like a few hundred, which is great. But yeah, if it goes gangbusters and I get like 200 or 300 views in the first hour, then it pushes it out. It's like, well, people enjoy that, so let's push it out to more people, and then more people get to see it, and then you get subscribers, more subscribers from that. So I did a posh, what did I call it? Fancy Kmart haul. Was released yesterday. That got quite a few views, a few hundred views, and I got 5 subscribers, more subscribers. Hi, got more subscribers from that. So, and I wasn't really expecting it. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it, but it was a good surprise. But sometimes you'll get like next to no response, and you're like, what happened? So it's a bit of a roller coaster really. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, I figured this out. If you've seen my my Vogue video, I couldn't figure that out, but I have figured that out now. You actually hold this and twist. So duh. So I'm just going to put some on my cheeks just to highlight the cheekbones. I don't know what I'm doing. I am not a beauty kind of makeup guru whatsoever. I used to I've tried doing like beauty makeup videos in the past, but because I'm not very good at doing my makeup, I just kind of gave up that idea. I know beauty and makeup videos are quite popular, and I'll do more if you want me to. I really will. For you guys, I'll do anything. If you want to see it, I'll do it. I love suggestions, by the way. Any suggestions that you've got, oh cramp, let me know, and I will certainly consider them, because if you guys want to see something, it means you guys want to see it. If I put random stuff out there and you're like, what the hell are you doing, Joe? That's no good, is it? What else was I going to say? So that's the equipment, the blah 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 blah. I passed my 1,000 subscriber mark in March, and that's the biggest achievement ever. I am so chuffed to be in the category of YouTube partner. I am now classed as, or have been for a few months, a YouTube partner, and I am so grateful. It's taken, what, 3 years? But I'm so grateful to be a YouTube partner now. It's something that every YouTuber wants. It's what every YouTuber works towards, is getting that YouTube partner program status, so that you can start being monetized and get money for your videos. Because girl, you deserve it. You work hard, you work damn hard, and you deserve to be paid for what you do, for what you create, because making videos takes time and effort and mental capacity, especially when you're a full-time worker. Because I work full-time in a mental health company, and I build services for people with mental illness and disabilities, and it's a lot of maths, it's a lot of stress, it's a lot of crunching numbers. It's very stressful, and when you've got that going on, as well as being, this is my passion, mind, but as well as being a creator, it's a lot. Like, you've got a lot to think about, you've got a lot to plan. Like, I've got to plan my videos so that I've got at least a week, 2 videos, so 1 week's worth of content rolled over, so that I don't have a weekend where there's nothing and I'm stressed. This weekend I have nothing and I'm no, I'm not stressed, but this is going to be tomorrow's video, which is Sunday, because I do Fridays and Sundays. I could just choose to do 1 day a week, but I don't think, because I feel like I wait, and I feel like you guys wait a long time till my next video. So if I just did 1 a week, you'd be waiting 7 whole days, and I see no progress on my channel in between the last video and then the next one coming up. I see no progress at the moment. Hopefully in the future that'll change and I'll see progress, but I don't see any new subscribers. I do get views all the time, but they're more like 5 views here in this hour, 3 views in that hour, maybe 20 views in the next hour. So it kind of goes like that. So I feel like if I just did 1 a week, that might reduce even further, and you risk not progressing very far at all. Anyway, so I'll get on to like how much later in the video, because I don't want to kind of reveal everything now. But yeah, I'll talk about that in a bit. But life plans. Okay, so Oh, video plans. I do want to buy a storage unit. You know how you can get abandoned storage units? Oh, you might not know, but you can buy abandoned storage units. And I've seen a lady called the Cheap Chick in America. She buys abandoned storage units and goes through them and sees what's in them. She got an absolute trash heap the other day. It was literally like just filled with like rubbish, like old clothes that were ripped and not usable, and she basically just had to like take everything to the tip. But she also bought one for $10 and it was filled with treasures, like filled with crystals, and there was this like crystal ball, and there was like mystical books, and oh my god, it was amazing. I was like, wow. And she's gotten a few more since that actually have paid off. She's gotten some really good ones, so I'm thinking I might want to do that. I think that would be fun to do. So that's one of my ideas. We are already talking about moving house. Not quite yet. It might be in a year or two, probably a couple of years, but we're talking about moving house. So there'll be some moving vlogs, which oh my gosh, they would be just fantastic. Do you know what I wish I'd done? Started YouTube before we moved to Australia and then filmed that process. That would have been amazing for people to see us moving, getting a visa, getting all the house sold, living with the parents for a bit, and then packing up and moving to Australia with nothing but the bags that we arrived with. We literally had nothing. We had nothing lined up. No jobs. My husband ended up getting a job straight away. We ended up getting a rental, and then the history was made. So yes, moving vlogs, and also I have a plan as well for the future for me. YouTube is very much a big part of my future, okay? This is pretty much my baby. This is my thing, YouTube. Obviously my full-time job as well, and this continues into the future, but until I can quit. Sorry guys, I know people who I work with watch me, so it'll be a while. But yeah, so I am planning on buying training first. I'm going to do a training course in HIFU, which is a machine that lifts and tones the neck and this area of the face. So it's called a HIFU machine, and it's literally, it uses ultrasound waves, so it's high frequency waves to tone around here, and it takes like 2, 3, maybe 4 sessions to have a really good effect and tone the face. So there's a training course for a few $100s that I'm gonna do in order to be competent to use the machine. I'm actually a qualified nurse as well, so I should be able to kind of learn how to do it without problem, you know. And also when we're planning on moving house and when we're looking at houses, I'm going to look for a place where we've got a few living areas, and particularly one at the front of the house that I can use as a kind of, what would you call it? Not a clinic, but like a relaxation room where I can have my HIFU machine, the bed, and maybe like a salt lamp in the corner, decorating that. I'll take you guys with me when I do that. I can't wait for that. I am so excited. I've wrote down all my plans in my little journal that I got from Kmart the other day. So yeah, I'm planning on being qualified to do that, buying a HIFU machine. They're about $6,000 I think. This was a second-hand one that I saw on Marketplace, but obviously I'm going to do my research before I buy one on what's best. And yeah, I'm going to do that as a little kind of side hustle. So I'll probably make it like weekends at first, but I'm going to bring you guys on that journey. I'm so excited, and I'm going to practice on myself so I can get rid of this turkey neck and these jowls, hopefully. Hopefully it works as well as it says. It's got rave reviews, people think they're fantastic, and yeah, I'm going to do that also as a side hustle. So yeah, watch this space for that journey. Honestly, I'm so excited for the future and what it holds, because your girl's got plans. And I can't wait. Oh my goodness. What I figured out was, though, that we'll need a 5-bedroom house with about 3 living areas. And if we want what we've got now, a cinema room and a swimming pool. Not that we want much, but yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to need to have. So I actually agreed. I never thought he'd ever, because he's really quite he's quite shy. He's really laid back, and he's quite shy and underconfident when the camera's out. Like, if you've ever seen him in the background when the camera's out, he's like this. So he's actually agreed to come on the camera, in front of the camera, and answer some questions with me. How exciting is that? So you'll get to meet my husband. You've met my son, because he's like outgoing, and yeah, he's out there, so he doesn't really care. But yeah, you'll get to meet my husband. So throw some questions down below. I might do a separate video after this asking people to throw questions below as well. Anyway, so yeah, that's like future plans and things. Oh dear, what's going on? 2 people walk past the house, so the dog next door goes nuts and then Baxter starts. Anyway, what am I doing face wise? So this is just an everyday makeup, because I'm not really doing much today. So I'm going to go to Kmart and buy some lashes, and we'll do a Kmart lash video. Back to basics and all that, because I was watching my old videos the other day, and I was watching the lashes one, and I was like, it was really just basically me trying these lashes, poking myself in the eye and failing. I don't know, the camera's just stopped. It said maximum recording time reached. Why? Stupid thing. What was I saying? See, I was watching my old video when I was putting on lashes, and it was just basically me making a fool of myself, and everyone loves it, so, ooh, jeez. Oh, it's alright. I thought it was a bit much, but it's fine. So yeah, that's future plans, and wow, I can't wait for moving vlogs. Exciting. Anyway, okay, getting on to YouTube and earnings. So just to put it out there, YouTube, it's like starting off on the lowest rung of a company. Is this how to explain it? So it's like starting, when you're first starting on YouTube, right? It's like an uphill battle to get to that 1,000. You're gonna be stressed, you're gonna be frustrated, you're gonna want to give up. A couple of times I've said I'm giving up in the past, but pushed through it because I knew it was something I was passionate about, and I'm glad I did. You'd be glad that you carried on and you didn't just quit. But it's like, yeah, you're starting off on 0. Clearly you're not going to get paid until you reach that 1,000, and they also stipulate the 400 watch hours as well. So that's 400 hours of time that people have watched your videos for, so you have to reach that as well. So it's 1,000 subscribers and 400 watch hours, and you've got to reach that before they'll consider you. They don't say that it's a guarantee, but they'll consider you for the YouTube partner program. So you've got to build up this basically an audience who enjoy what you do. it's not a quick, there's no quick fixes. I don't think there's any, in my experience, there's no quick fixes for getting there on YouTube. Because if you go into like Facebook groups and say, sub me and I'll sub you back, sub for sub does not work. In fact, they penalise your channel for it. If they notice that you're sub for subbing, and there's any sort of conversation in your chat that says sub me, sub you back, I've subbed you, can you come and sub, they will scrutinise your channel, and they might even stop you from being able to upload, because they don't want spammy channels. Plus, if you've got people subbing you just because they want to sub back, they're not going to watch your stuff. It's not because they like you, it's because you're subbing them back. And then I've found in the past, because sometimes I have once before tried to kind of get subscribers from chatting with people in groups, and then you notice that you've subbed them, and you would never unsubscribe to some, well, I wouldn't, I'm not that type of person, I wouldn't unsubscribe to somebody that I've said, yeah, I'll subscribe to you. And then you notice that your subscriber count goes down straight after, and you're like, so you lied, basically. So it doesn't work, it just doesn't work. It's not conducive to a long-lasting channel for life. So you really have to put in the time and the effort, and you really have to just kind of graft and grind to develop an audience that actually appreciate you, who enjoy your content, who like what you do. I'm sorry, I've stopped doing my makeup, haven't I? Who actually enjoy what you do without wanting, like, how do I explain it? It's people like you for you, and you want your audience to like you because they've gotten to know you. Do you know what I mean? They've gotten to know you over time. Like, you've gotten to know Baxter, you've got to know me, you know a member of my family. I mean, you know my family, but you haven't really met Stephen properly. But over time, it's like a friendship group. It's like you've got a group of friends who you've developed over time. People are talking about wanting to meet me for coffee and things, which would be lovely. Like, it would be really, really nice to get whoever's near, whoever lives on the Gold Coast, to like come and we'll all meet together and have a coffee at some point. I mean, how nice is that? It's like you've developed this kind of friendship group. So that's the way to do it anyway. If you're thinking about setting up a channel, that's the way to do it. Slowly, steadily, getting that kind of momentum friendship group together, and it builds from there. You will get more people who want to subscribe to you. You will. It'll happen. So yeah, so I got to that point where I had my 1,000 subscribers, and my watch hours had already gone like way above. I think I had 600 watch hours by the time I reached, so my subscriber count was building slower than my watch hours, so my watch hours had gone through the roof. And so I wasn't worried about that, it was more the subscriber count. And the last 50 subscribers it felt like a lifetime. It felt like I was waiting forever for that subscriber count to go up. Honestly, like, I'm going to use this scary contraption. I don't like it, but I'm going to use it. I have to be silent while I do this. That's better. So yeah, oh, hold on. So then I obviously got to that 1,000, and I got an email from YouTube to say, you've reached this milestone and we have put you in for consideration to be entered into the YouTube Partner Program. They said this could take up to 3 weeks. So basically it can take up to 3 weeks for them to consider you for the YouTube Partner Program. literally 2 days later, I was in the gym and I just checked my emails when I was in between a set, and I saw, congratulations, you are now a YouTube partner. I'll show you the email actually. I was like, I jumped up off the thing that I was working on and ran towards Stephen. I was like, ah! Let's have a look. YPP. So this is the email you get when you've reached your 1,000 and got there. It goes, congratulations. We always knew this day would come and we hope that you did too. You're doing amazing work and we couldn't be happier for you. Isn't that lovely? So I was really like, wow, really like excited. Obviously, because it's something I've worked hard for. So then the next part to that process is setting up what's called an AdSense account. So you basically have to verify your identity with Google and your address. So you give them your address and then you wait for them to send out a Google AdSense code. So you open that up and there's like a code inside, and you type that code into your Creator Studio. So you go into your Creator Studio, you type in the code that you've received, and then they verify that. That's fine. So once that's verified, you have to wait to earn what's called a threshold before you can actually get paid. So there's a lot of steps to it. So your threshold, depending on which country you live in, could be different to someone else's threshold. They only differ slightly. So the threshold for living in Australia is $100. So you've got to have reached that $100 earnings before they'll before they will pay the money into your account. But once you've reached that 100, they don't trigger it. They don't trigger it until you've reached that 100. So they'll trigger it in your Creator Studio and say, please enter the account that you want to use for your payments. So you just enter your account details in there, and then you've got to wait again. You have to wait for them to put an amount in your bank account. Once you see that amount in that bank account from Google AdSense, you enter that amount. They ask you to put that in there, and then they'll verify that you've entered the correct amount, and then they'll say you're ready to be paid. So you've set yourself up for payment. And so because I've reached that, so okay, this is where I tell you what I'm earning. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. But I'm only small. I'm only a small little pickle YouTuber. I'm only ickle bitty. So I get, on average, since March, every month, I've been averaging about $50. So in March, I got $52, I think it was, from the start to the finish. In April, I got $49. And in May, May's ongoing, but it predicts that I'm going to get about $48, something like that. So they pay you in lieu as well, so I'm not going to get paid for March. I'll get paid for, for May. I'm not going to get paid for May. I'm going to get paid for March and April, and then May will be next month, and then it'll start to roll. So I'll get a month in lieu every time. So I'm going to be getting paid for May next month, but at the end of this month I'll get paid for March and April. It's really quite complicated, but yes. So how I get paid is ads. So the ads that are on my videos, if somebody watches a whole ad, I get money for that. So if they don't click off, you know how it says skip ad? I mean, I quite often skip ads on people's videos, so it's sometimes they're 3 minutes long and you're like, But often if an ad is, if I'm watching a YouTuber and an ad's like 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 12 seconds long, I'll just watch it because I know they're going to get revenue for that, and I think it's fair. But yeah, you don't have to watch the ads, but it helps a lot if you watch the ads. So when people watch the ads, I get a percentage of that. It's not a lot, it's not a massive percentage. I think it's for every 1,000, they said I get like $30 for every 1,000 views of an ad all the way through. I think I get like 30. Sometimes it varies though. It's really confusing sometimes, because it'll say the advertisers will pay this much per 1,000, and it goes up and down. It's really bizarre. I don't know how it works really. But yeah, I am at the minute averaging about $50 a month. Do you know what? It's better than nothing. Do you know what it'll do? It'll pay for some of my, because I purposely go out and get shopping hauls for my channel. Not because I need them, but I need something to present on my channel. That's why I'm thinking of varying it up as well, and doing things that are like cheaper, like getting Kmart lashes and trying them. Because people enjoy that stuff anyway, I think, I hope. So yeah, what else am I planning on doing? I know what I was thinking of doing as well. Grocery comparisons. So I'm thinking of doing comparisons, taste tests of the cheaper brands in a grocery store, like Coles or Woolies or whatever, as opposed to the expensive brands of the same thing. So like a cereal of, say, Wheaties and what are they called? I can't remember what they're called, but like or Cheerios, like a cheaper version of Cheerios, and then name brand Cheerios, and we'll taste them, and we could do like biscuits, we could do anything really, and see how they compare. I think that'll be a fun one. Also, we'll do like Aldi shopping hauls and things, because I need shopping. But yeah, that's kind of, I don't know if there's anything else to say about YouTube. It's got to be a labour of love. You've got to enjoy what you do, otherwise it'll drive you insane. If you don't enjoy it and you're only doing it for the money. So this was my thing was, I wanted to do it because it was COVID times and it was something to do. I enjoyed it, and I know other people enjoy it, and that's the biggest thing for me. Knowing that other people enjoy it and it helps them in some ways. When people say your videos help me so much. Even ran into a couple of subscribers. Can you believe this? I was in Rabina Town Centre in Ali, and a lady and her daughter came up to me. What were they called? I'll not say your name, actually, just in case you didn't want me to. But yeah, they came up to me and said, "We watch your channel. We've been watching you for years." I was like, no way. I was like really taken aback. I was like, no, I can't believe, yeah, like, you know what I mean? I was like, what? Because I'm so small, I'm a little bitty channel. But yeah, the lady and her daughter said my channels helped them so much. They had lived in Australia for a while and moved back to England, I think, and said they carried on watching my channel and it motivated them to want to come back to Australia and helped them so much, and they even got emotional about it, which made me emotional. I was like, wow, that made my absolute year. It's that sort of thing. That's why you do YouTube. That's why you do YouTube. So shout out to you too, honestly. You made my year when I learned that I'd actually helped you. And when people say I've had a bad day, and it's so nice that your videos pop up and I can kind of distract myself, and oh, it's just so nice. I love people. Like I'm quite a recluse actually. I love people, but I don't have any, like I don't have friends. Like I don't have a friend circle. I don't have people coming over to the house for coffee, and I'm quite a recluse. But with YouTube, I'm completely the opposite. Like I love talking to you guys in the chat. I crave that conversation with you guys, and the fact that some of you want to meet with me for coffee for a chat, I'm like, hell yeah. Scared. I'm actually like, I get nervous But I don't know, that probably doesn't come across because I'm like chatty as heck. I'm the one talking on my videos. Like, I literally am the one talking. I'm the one that's kind of, but I feel like I'm talking to you. I feel like it's a conversation. I know it's not a two-way conversation, well, it is in the chat, but I feel like it's a two-way conversation. I don't know, it's weird. I feel like you're my friends. So shout out to you guys, because you guys keep me going. Sometimes when I've wanted to give up, there has been occasions where I've wanted to kind of chuck in the towel, and then somebody has come onto the chat and said, I love your video, and oh, it's inspired me to do this and that, and I've gone, why was I going to give up? No way would I give up, ever. There's no way on earth I'm ever giving up this channel. I am here for life. You're gonna see me forever and a day. I'm going to be like this little old crinkly woman in her 80s who still does YouTube videos. Why not, eh? By the way, I'm no beauty guru. I have no idea what I'm doing with my makeup, and my legs got in cramp again. Ugh. I get a lot of my ideas from other YouTubers as well, but if you guys have ideas and you want me to do something, let me know, because that's for sure. I know I've said that before on this video. Sorry, I tend to repeat myself. If I repeat myself, just tell me to shut up. Okay, let's get some lip action going on. Anyway, what else was I going to say? Have I run out of stuff? Yeah, the Q&A with Stephen. I couldn't believe when he actually said yes. And then I was sitting next to him on the couch the other night. Sorry, I've just kicked the stool. I was sitting next to him on the couch the other night, and I was like, oh, I'm going to ask you all to submit questions for our Q&A. And he went, what? He was like, I didn't think you meant like now. I was like, well, not now, in a few weeks time when I've gotten enough questions together. He was like, oh, you kind of sprung that on me. I was like, you said yes. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. He's so nervous, honestly. Please go easy on him when he's on the camera, because he's a very nervous, shy guy. He's a lovely, lovely guy, and you'll see that. He might seem a bit standoffish if he's ever in a video and he's just like looking a bit like stern. It's because he doesn't want to, he gets like nervous and shy, and he's like, I don't want to speak. So if you ever see him on like a day in the life, just, yeah. He's not really like that. He's quite obviously chatty with us, but anyway, yeah, I was very surprised. And yes, any questions you have, please throw them down below. We don't mind. I do have one question that a lady submitted a while back, and she's like, I hope you don't mind me asking, but why have you only got one child? Questions like that I don't mind. I honestly don't mind. It's not, you're not going to offend me. Any questions really won't offend me. Just ask away. I don't mind, honestly. Okay, I'm going to finish off this makeup unless there's anything else I need to say. Coles versus Aldi, that's another a video idea. Cheap versus more expensive, yeah. Cereal, beans, biscuits. Oh yeah, oh sorry, I've got so much to say. We are thinking about, it's taken years for me to get up the courage to say yes to this, to actually want to do it, but we're thinking about going on a cruise. Just a local cruise from Brisbane to Cairns and back. I'm terrified of sailing. I'm terrified of flying. I'm terrified of coaches. I'm terrified of sailing. But I need to start living life, because that's no good. If anyone's been on a cruise, let me know what it was like. Was it choppy at all? Because I'm scared of it being choppy and me feeling sick the whole time. But I've been watching YouTubers going on cruises and they don't even mention it. They just seem to have loads of fun. So for our anniversary in July, so it's going to be like late July, early August probably, we want to go on a cruise, and I'll take you guys with me. How much exciting stuff's coming? I can't wait. Actually, I'll be nervous. I'll be very nervous. I think I'll take some like sickness tablets and stuff with me. But yeah, so that's another plan that we've got going on. I'm going to say bye because I've been talking too much. I've probably talked your ears off for like, how long? Half an hour probably. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's a lot going on. Storage units, did I mention that? Yeah, I did. Charity shopping, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go because, oh, I'll show you my outfit anyway. So this is my outfit. I've just got my Levi's t-shirt on and I got those Temu shorts on, the ones with the things at the side. I absolutely love them. I think they're gorgeous. So yeah, this is my sort of outfit for today. I am sweating in here. I'm going to say bye because I'm going to get on with my Saturday. I actually have another video that I'm going to film just now. I think it's just a quick one to say, throw your questions below. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, put them down below. Questions about YouTube, put them down below. Questions about starting up, anything, equipment, anything. Questions about me and Stephen, our marriage, our son, our house, why we moved, blah blah blah. I will answer anything. So yeah, I shall see you in the next video. I hope you have a lovely weekend or week whenever you're watching this. Bye guys. Mwah.